Now French I speaks about the MSC. I live my life to the fullest. They want to compare, but them do less. Say now God will give me these talents. If they want to stay, I say make them parents. Make them talk. I know if fear them again. Make them talk. I know reply them again. Make them talk. And I repeat them again. Make them talk. I know they hear them again. Olofofo. 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 I break your face. Olofofo. 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 Assignment Olofofo. Plenty funny shots, tell them again. Fast station, tell them again. I like sheep, go tell them again. Tennis tech, go tell them again. Busy banty, shake balabala, ashi balabala. You know the alala, busy balabala. Go shot your money. Red eye,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Extra Time live here on Radio Remedy Dial. Solutions 939 FM, Victor AD, Olofofo, and this is where we give you everything secretive concerning the world of football. The stories you'll be getting tomorrow on the pages of Nigerian sports websites or sports online platforms. This is where you get all these sounds, everything exclusive on Solutions 939 FM. My name is Oladapo Kunubi, aka Youngstriker9. Remember, we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/Solutions 939 FM, facebook.com/Solutions 939 FM. Well, for Antonio Conte, he's saying, well, guys, do not overreact on the mentality of the players in Tottenham Hotspur. The players are good enough. That they lost against Arsenal does not mean that the players are not good enough. But he's only giving us updates that it's only Rodrigo Bentancur who is trying to get fit. Well, remember, Erik ten Hag has also confirmed that the players now have to forget about the Manchester Derby victory. All they need to do now is go into the next game. But one man may be expected to start the game for Manchester United, and it's none other than the man that scored goals against Argentina at the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, good for me. It's yeah, I think also, to be honest, it's the right moment, and I feel as a footballer, I'm 30 years old now. I've experience also already in the Premier League. That was not that quite successful as I hoped, and I was really waiting and looking forward to get back here, because in my opinion it's still the biggest competition in the world, and now to gonna play for one of the biggest clubs in England. For me, the biggest.
Whitehurst is ready to do everything possible to be a red player. I mean, talking about a red devil, that is what Whitehurst speaking today. Talking about his mission in Manchester United and what he also plans to bring on board. But let's start from the home front this evening as we look at stories from Nigeria before we talk about what's going down in Africa. Remember, Nigeria Professional Football League or the Nigeria Premier Football League. Talk about the Nigerian Elite League. Call it anyhow. The match day 2 goes down tomorrow. But following the match day 1 games in the NPFL, the president of the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, Ibrahim Musa Guzal, has commended a group of officiating officials who took charge of the match day 1 and the NPFL, saying they should sustain through the season, and henceforth the credibility that was apparent in their output on the first day. Remember, the match day 1, it witnessed 4 away wins, 4 draws, and only 2 home teams earning the maximum points, with Remo Stars, being one of the teams that won their games at home. Okay, but now it is more of the things that are coming in for teams. Talking about points. Chairman, Sunshine Star Sports Club of Akure, Prince Tunde Ogunja, says the target of the club this season is earning a spot and represent Nigeria on the continent. Ogunja, while talking to journalists from his side, he's made it clear that the Akure-based side, well coached by Editor Goye, will focus on qualifying as one of 3 clubs for the Group B of the abridged 2022-2023 NPFL. speaking about Sunshine Stars away draw last weekend against the newly promoted Doma United at Pantami Stadium in Gombe. Prince Ogunja described the match as a good beginning to the new season for the club. Now, talking about games going down tomorrow in the NPFL match day 2. We told you Bayelsa United will be on the road against Abia Warriors, while Dakada FC will host the Wiki Tourist of Bochi. Nasarawa United will be the guests of El Kanemi Warriors. Enyimba International will be at home as a welcome Aqua United. Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan will be up against Kora United, while Bendel Insurance will take on Plateau United. Gombe United hosts Remo Stars. The Lobby Stars will be up against Enugu Rangers. Doma United will be on the road against the Niger Tornadoes. Sunshine Stars of Akure will host defending champions Rivers United. Now let's go straight to the continent this evening to talk continental football. It is 1-1 between Mozambique and Libya and a Chan tournament. 80 minutes of action between the two sides, and it shows that, well, it was Chico's own goal that helped Libya go one goal up in the 23rd minute, but there was an equalizer, Kotsi Melito, in the 74th minute. A lot of substitutions, but just one yellow card in this encounter. One more game to go, and we're expecting one goal, yes! And Mozambique just scored another goal here, so it is now 2-1 in favor of Mozambique against Libya in the Chan African Nations Championship Tournament. Second game of the day, we see Algeria take on Ethiopia by 8 o'clock tonight. All right, let's go on the break, and when we return, we talk about what is happening in the Mexican Football Federation. We'll also look at what Lionel Scaloni, the coach of the Argentine national team, has said, and what is also going down in Italy. Before we talk about Barcelona, here is Altiski's Breakfast.
Keep it 93.9.
They cause silence. We they drive with no license. When we touch down on the full ground, I they cause problem. I know fit up with this my title me. I know fit up. No go they down me say you to the love. No go they pick say I to the love. Money they break all the rules. You choose if you go stay or you go snooze. I'm not gonna take you at all. My money top as a ego. I know it chop with this my title me. I know it drop. No go they tell me say you to the love. No go they take you say I to the love.
Altiski's Breakfast. Well, remember it is 6:39. Well, in some countries they are currently taking their breakfast, while here a lot of people are already planning for their dinner, and it is drive time in the city of Ibadan. It is extra time live on Solutions 939 FM. Was Young Striker 9. Now let's move away from that and let's talk more football stories. Live updates still from the African Nations Championship. Chan Mozambique leading Libya 2-1. That's the latest updates. 83 minutes of action. Now let's move straight and talk about Mexico as they are looking for a new manager. The Mexican Football Federation, FMF, have listed former Leeds United coach Marcelo Bielsa as their ideal candidate to manage the men's national team. Well, Fiat Slonger broke the news on Monday, later listing a game plan that the FMF have in mind following the end of Gerardo Tata Martino's contract as Mexico's head coach after the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. According to reports, other alternatives for the FMF include Ignacio Ambriz, Matias Almeida, Antonio Torco, Mohamed Guillermo Almada, and former Mexico coaches Miguel Herrera, Ricardo Tuca Ferretti, and Juan Carlos Osorio. The national team is scrambling to find a replacement for Martino after an underwhelming exit in the group stage of the World Cup. In preparation for the next edition of the tournament that they'll co-host with the United States and Canada in 2026, Mexico's new cycle will soon kick off with CONCACAF Nations League matches in March and this summer's Gold Cup. So everything needs to be put in place to make sure that they have a quality team. Now let's talk about world champions Argentina. The coach of that side, Lionel Scaloni, said if he had to choose between Lionel Messi or Diego Maradona as the greatest player of all time, he would pick Messi. Whoa, this can happen right now. Someone can say this after the triumph at the World Cup, right? Remember, Argentina fans have long had a complicated relationship with both Maradona and Messi and the national team. Maradona had last led Argentina to World Cup glory in 1986, but that followed was nearly 4 decades of struggle. But we say congratulations to Argentina. But come on, it is what Lionel Messi maybe is the most talked about right now. But for Scaloni, he will now renegotiate his contract with the World Cup, Copa America 2021, and a Finalissima 2022 among his accomplishments. So he has accomplished. So I mean, maybe he's got the statement to make, right? Okay, but now let's move away from that. Let's go straight to Italy. Remember, for Italy, they failed to make the World Cup, but Italy have unveiled their new quintessentially Italian and elegant home and away kits designed by Adidas, created in collaboration with the Italian Football Federation and to be worn by the men's and women's teams. The stripes were inspired by marble, a natural, geographical, and cultural element that represents the country. Now let us know how much jersey they will, surely sell at the end of the day. Before talking club football, this is Buju Banks and Zinoliski Kilometer Remix, and when we come back, we talk Barcelona, talk Manchester United, Antonio Conte of Tottenham.
If you're feeling good tonight, will you signify and identify? I'm singing for you tonight. If you're feeling love tonight, will you signify and identify? I'm singing for you tonight. When I day on speed, more kilometer. I don't play a show at your meter. When I day on speed, more kilometer. I don't play a show at your meter. When I day on speed, more kilometer. I don't play a show at your meter. When I day on speed, more kilometer. I don't play a show at your meter. Kilo, 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 kilo. 1 kilometer. Kilo, 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 kilo. 1 kilometer. Kilo, 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 kilo. 1 kilometer. Kilo, 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 kilo.
When I day on speed, more kilometer, kilometer. I got day over meter. When I day we goes we smoke, you know she's hot. I'm she's hot. Walk by January. I don't decide this girl since she like the extraordinary things. She wants to but she can't resist. Come beside we no get disease. Ah, kilo, kilo, kilo. Come my name, Zino, Zino, Zino. Zino, I'm little Benson. Give me love, little Benson. Ah, kilo, kilo, kilo. Come my name, Zino, Zino, Zino. Zino, I'm little Benson. Give me love, little Benson. When I dance, speed more jacket, low me, I don't play a show at show. When I dance, speed more jacket, low me, I don't play a show at show. Kilo, kilo, kilo. Kilo, kilo, kilo. Kilo, kilo, kilo. Kilo, kilo, kilo.
Butcher Bank Zane, Zinoliski, Kilometer Remix, and with that we'll move straight to Spain this evening where we're getting information that after winning the Copa España, but Barcelona beating Real Madrid, Barcelona president Juan Laporta asked the club supporters to remain patient as the team continues to aim very high. Barcelona ended a 638-day trophy drought by defeating Real Madrid 3-1 in the Spanish Supercopa final on Sunday, an exhibition Laporta described as a Barca masterclass. It was Barcelona's first trophy under coach Xavi and first since Lionel Messi's departure. So meaning this is a new era. Laporta dedicated Sunday's win to the fans who have stood by the team during the club's financial hardship. We're also getting updated that some players may be leaving while some players will have to stay back. But let's just quickly take it straight to some games going down in Spain tonight. 7 o'clock, Real Sociedad will take on Mallorca as Alaves will be up against Sevilla. Now, away from that, let's go straight to Italy this evening as we are getting updates about Napoli's game for tonight against Cremonese. For Victor Osimhen, we were hoping to score more goals or create assists after that 5 goals scored against Juventus, 5-1 win against Juventus. But what are we taking on Cremonese in the Coppa Italia? But based on what the odds are saying, well, Cremonese has got the highest odd, 11.00 and 9.60, while Napoli has got 1.26 and 1.29. You should understand, for those of you who love putting your money where your mind is. Away from Italy, let us talk English football. Well, we'll start with Jurgen Klopp, who has denied he's too loyal to players and said he will only leave Liverpool if he's first out. The Reds have had a disappointing season so far, compounded by a recent Premier League defeat. Brentford and Brighton over Albion over the weekend. Now tonight, Liverpool will face Wolverhampton Wanderers in the FA Cup third round replay in Milano. Another huge game for Jurgen Klopp's team, who won the competition last season. Although Klopp suggested it is unlikely Liverpool will make another move in the January transfer window, having already signed Dutch forward Cody Gakpo from PSV. He did acknowledge that it is not for the lack of desire to do so. Now, new Manchester United signing, where is adamant his willingness to press makes him a good fit for Erik ten Hag's style of play at Old Trafford. The Netherlands international completed a loan move from Burnley on Friday after United secured his release clause from a temporary stay at Besiktas in Turkey. Warehouse was in the stands the following day as United came from behind to beat Manchester City 2-1 at Old Trafford in the derby, with Bruno Fernandes scoring the equalizer before Marcus Rashford got the winner. A lot of controversies surrounding that, and you heard Warehouse at the start of the show. But now talking about the matter of, that Manchester United team, the coach of the side, Erik ten Hag, has been talking about the next man. Well, live updates: Mozambique 3, Libya 1. 93 minutes were what we are seeing on the time here, and it looks like Libya is about scoring a consolatory, and it is now 3-2. Mozambique 3, Libya 2. That is the update from the African Nations Championship. Well, remember, we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/Solutions939 FM to watch and listen live from anywhere across the globe. Remember, tomorrow in a CHAN tournament, we've got Ivory Coast taking on JR Congo, while Senegal will take on Uganda. So tomorrow, Crystal Palace will be up against Manchester United. Erik ten Hag is saying, well, this is post-Manchester Derby victory. We need to celebrate, but now we have to focus.
Every win you have to celebrate. That is, you work so hard for such momentum, and every win that is so great in top football. When you can't celebrate them, then I think you kill the energy as well. So we have to celebrate it, but after it, we have to settle down. So after 24 hours, then move on and go to the next game, and that you get in the right rhythm. Every third day, we have to deliver, and the players have to get in the right rhythm, physical point of view, but also mentally be ready for the next game, and that is is Crystal Palace on the Wednesday. Clear.
Well, that happens to be Coach Erik ten Hag talking about the plan of the team. You don't have to just celebrate. Just put that behind you and focus on the next game. The match between Manchester United and Crystal Palace will go down tomorrow, as Manchester United will be on a trip to the home ground of Crystal Palace. That is the Selhurst Park. And looking at Manchester United, they've got arrays of players on the sideline. Diogo Dalot, Greenwood, Sancho. Well, we know that of Greenwood is based on, away from is a non-football related matters, right? But we've got Jadon Sancho, who's lacking match fitness, Tuanzebe lacking match fitness, and Van der Beek ruled out of the season due to new injury. While Crystal Palace will be missing Ferguson and Mark Arthur. Now let's talk about one man who's currently having issues with his maybe the board or the players who are also not getting results. I mean, his team failed to get 3 points or even a point against Arsenal in the North London Derby over the weekend. We're talking about Tottenham Hotspur. And the coach of that side, Antonio Conte, has been given updates concerning the team. Well, only Rodrigo Bentancur is trying to be fit ahead of the game scheduled for this day, when Tottenham will be facing Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. Also, not taking the team away from criticisms.
Like I said, after the game against Arsenal, and Rodrigo Bentancur trained with us, and he's available. He could be available for the game against City. But what I can tell is only one thing, that we are working really hard and every day for this club. Then if there is criticism, and we have to accept, it's difficult to understand why the criticism, because I think that we are doing what we have to do in our possibility, but we have to accept. But my answer is always the same. I put everything, and the players do the same for this club, and for the fans. That I think much more than this is very, very difficult to do for me.
Well, really feeling for Antonio Conte, but well, I mean, to whom much is given, much is expected. But let's also see what Harry Kane and other players can do to bring Tottenham players back to big positive. But I mean, back to positive style of football. However, Antonio Conte also spoke about the mentality of the players, saying the players have good mentality, winning mentality, and they can still get results.
Here, and you speak always about the mentality, and but I think that you don't consider other aspects. But I don't want to stay every press conference to explain the situation. Yeah, and we'll try to improve. But here, and you reduce all about the mentality. If it's only about the mentality, I think we can solve the situation, because the mentality of this team is really strong. Believe me. But if you reduce only about the mentality and is a poor, like your consideration, in my opinion. What I can say that maybe usually when you lose the game, and it means that the opponent show it to be stronger than you, usually. Then it can happen. A game like the game against Arsenal, that their goalkeeper was the best player on the pitch, and we lost. But in my opinion, the performance was good.
Antonio Conte speaking there, and well, remember, he will be facing Manchester City on Thursday. Now, let's just move away from that and let's talk transfer stories this evening. Well, remember, Shakhtar Donetsk chief executive Sergei Parkin said Arsenal had been in contact with Leo Modric for a month and a half before they approached his club. So, was that the reason they decided to go for Chelsea? No, seriously, they need to tell us. Because I know they understand if I speak from Chelsea fan side. Okay, but it has happened, everybody has moved on. Maybe Arsenal took the wrong step. Took the right step at the wrong time, or the wrong step at the right time. That is coming from from Shakhtar Donetsk. All right, now looking at another update, which is concerning Barcelona. Memphis Depay will not be joining Inter Milan from Barcelona in January window. This is coming from his lawyer. The Netherlands striker is expected to leave Barcelona this month, with Inter among the clubs reported to be keen to sign him. And well, updates about Arsenal. The club plans to step up talks with William Saliba's representatives next week as they look to agree a new long-term contract with a 21-year-old. These guys are cashing out right, but I'm dashing out of the studio. I'll be back tomorrow morning on the AM Update Sidekick of Sports Show by 9 o'clock. My name is Oladapo Kulubi. Shout out to Femi Ogutunde live on Facebook. Like we say, keep doing sports and stay safe.
Keep it 93.9.
No matter the matter, RTID. Come on. Suffer for work, enjoy for heaven. This thing they happen to anyone. I come from nothing, enter many things, but this thing they happen to anyone. Yeah. I live the life that I love the life that I live. Tomorrow is not promised, but I'll keep the things that I need. Love is in the air, wear face mask. No matter the matter, I'll be rich till I die. I'll be rich till I die.